asked, can a raw food diet restore an underactive thyroid and exhausted adrenals, and how long might that take?
Well, let's talk about this in a big way because, doctors today, and I think I agree with them, believe that if women live long enough on the cesspool that we call a planet today, they're probably going to end up with a thyroid problem. And in the 40 years I've done this, I've seen it go from, occasionally very old women to practically every young woman in the middle age that I know, and more younger and younger women with thyroid problems. And it's the chemicals that literally are being processed through the gland we call the thyroid, and it cannot handle it, and so it starts to break. It either goes high or it goes low, becomes dysfunctional. We created, with the brilliant doctor, a nutrient supplementation called Pinnacle that helps the thyroid not break down and even give it some more muscle and strength. Now that would be something with somebody with a moderate thyroid problem. It may be just enough, a light to moderate thyroid problem. If you don't have a thyroid problem, it's also something that I would strongly suggest you take if you live in a major cesspool area of the world like a city. If you're in an environment, in work environment basically, that has a lot of pollutants and toxins, notable ones around, another thing to take. This is not only exclusive to women, it's becoming a bigger problem with men too, but that's it. Now, let's go back to the original question. Why it happened, I've just explained. Can it be corrected? I would say statistically in 35% of the cases, a radical and permanent change in lifestyle, dietary lifestyle, is going to be able to bring it back again. In about 30% to 40% of the cases, I'd say, you probably have a need of some herbal supplementation to be taking with it. In the remaining cases, it's become so bad, we may need at least a pharmaceutical intervention temporarily, and trying to avoid synthroid whenever, ever possible. That's the big S that we're not happy about. But as much as I'm a committed vegan, and as much as they put animal glands in some of these other medical ones, I would rather see a temporary use of that than to take a chemical synthroid temporarily so that hopefully we could back the vast majority of that remaining group out of it and then get them on the herbal, and then hopefully, in all of these cases that are on the herbal, get them off it. And that will be achieved in the majority of cases, not all cases, and in the majority of cases at the worst scenario where we need pharmaceutical intervention, probably about two-thirds, that's an exaggeration, maybe 50% of those will eventually not need the herbal medicine eventually.